Hi everyone, welcome to my full portfolio for 2018. I'm going to say a couple of reasons why I invested in this stock. I'm not going to go like loads of reasons. I'll probably do like a in-depth version of every stock that I've invested in and why a bit later on and spend a bit more time on them. Because I know people just want to know which stocks they are, because they're just kind of interested in seeing what everyone else is doing. So I'll do that today. So my number one position for 2018 is PayPal, just because of the growth. A stock that is pretty cheap, which was made me able to buy more shares. I do see this go up to a triple digit stock. It's about 70 at the moment, and I do expect this to go to triple digit, which would be really good. The growth for PayPal over the last few years have been exceptional. So I do expect this stock to rise. It's kind of like out of them, even though it's had a pretty decent year, it's kind of survived not going very overpriced, I feel. So that's one reason, well, the reason why I invested into PayPal. Number two stock. My number two stock on my second biggest investment is into Microsoft. Microsoft has upped its dividend. Its dividend's gone to about 0.42%, which is very high for a tech stock. You know, a lot of tech stocks actually don't pay dividends, and if they do, they're normally quite low. So to be paying 0.42 is pretty good. The reason why it's probably upped it is because of its actual price not being very high. I mean, Microsoft, you would expect it to be triple digit, I think, Microsoft, but it's not. The growth on Microsoft is really good as well. We're going to see a big, nice increase in Microsoft over the next few years of the revenue. Once again, it hasn't got a big competitor, so I do expect Microsoft to be growing, hopefully, to a triple digit company. Number three, is my third biggest stock is Alibaba. Alibaba is, the growth over the next few years is exceptional. I think it's growing like 10 billion this year in revenue, and then the next year it's going to be growing 15 billion. So overall it's going to be doing about 115 billion. So to be the size that Alibaba is at the moment, and to be increasing its revenue by that much, is really good for Alibaba. Really good investments are being made at the moment. It has gone up slightly today, but that stock should be going from about 170 is where I invested into it. I think it's already up to 180, and that could well easily be 200 by the end of the year. I'll probably hold that through though from this year into 2019 because I'm not confident in that stock. The next three stocks could really go in any order. They're kind of pretty much the same position. There wasn't a big difference between them. So I'm going to say my next stock, my fourth stock, was Adobe. The only thing that put me about Adobe is the very high price on it. That's why I didn't go any bigger into Adobe. The cloud market it's in, in its like area, there's no competition. It absolutely dominates it. And it's just a steady grow really. I don't expect that to go up loads this year. If it does, I'm not complaining, because it had a very good 2017. But I'd like to see it just grow, obviously grow slightly, but it is a bit overpriced. It's one of those where I went, how much am I paying a share for this company? Quite a bit. So that is probably the reason why it's not any higher on the list. But still, really well company. Its revenues will still carry on going up this year. Number 5 and 6 I'll do together because they're very similar companies. 5 is Visa, 6 MasterCard. Obviously, both very similar. The only difference between them is a little bit different between the prices of them. Visa's about 110ish, I think, and MasterCard's about 150 per share. So obviously there's a little bit of a gap. I am probably more bullish towards Visa than MasterCard, but they're both going to have good growth again this year, which I'm really happy about with. MasterCard and Visa both pay dividends, not massive. Visa's about 10 cents, MasterCard's a little bit bigger on 30 cents, probably why it's a little bit better, one of the reasons why it's got a bigger price per share. But two companies that I've really admired. I do like to look through Warren Buffett's portfolio quite a bit, and I always have a look and see how his companies are doing, and get some good ideas from him. And there were two companies that stood out in his portfolio that I really liked, which I'm not in. So the two big reliable companies. I'll hold them to December. Potentially, I am confident that I'll probably have them into 2019 as well, but we'll see how the year does. We never know how the stock market's going to go. So guys, give the video a like, and I'll see you on the next video.